Hello, Mini Kit Monday friends. So for July 2020, which seems crazy, let me show you what I want to use for my first layout. I have got this for my background. It is awesome. It's Heidi Swap Art Walk. So I love this background. And then I have scraps next. So I have this piece here. I think that's Amy Tan. I've got this piece, I believe that's by Bo Bunny. Clearly I've used a nice amount of it already, but I'm gonna be punching circles. The next circles I'm gonna punch out are from this gorgeous Bo Bunny Forever Young. And I'll show you why these colors are working for me. Oh, and I also have some really great graph paper. Now all of these things that are in here were from kits that I'm trying to use up. I'm trying to use up a bunch of kits from Not Just for Boys Kit Club this month all over my channel. So, you know, I'm trying to work through them because they're starting to pile up too much. These are the photos I'm going to use. This is my youngest daughter out at her godmother's house, aunt's house, whatever you want to call her. And she is kayaking. And look at how bright green her kayak is. And I thought it went so great with this. It's really going to pick up the colors, right? Let's bring it in more and you can see what I mean. How awesome is that? So that's cool. Now, along with all of this, I'm also going to do let me show you the rest of the products first. Okay, I have this die cut that reads Wanderlust. I've got these chipboard pieces, which are awesome, from Vicki Boutin. A stencil. I have Nouveau. And I also have an almost full set of the Vicki Boutin's new travel line. Is it called Wander? Let's Wander? I don't know. Anywho, got a bunch of these goodies. I've only used them for one layout so far. So that's what I have. Not really sure what I'm making, except to tell you, I'm also combining this with the Off the Board series from Pineapple Papers. So let me show you. And what that means is you take a pin, you get it off the board, a pin that you've pinned on Pinterest, right? And you get it off the board and you use it in a layout. Now, this looks way different in theory from what I'm gonna do, but I will go ahead and put it right here when I'm scrapbooking. I have an idea, I just have to see how it's gonna go. I know that I want to, let me get this out of the way. I know that I want to have my photos going up this way, right? And I know I want my Wanderlust word here. Okay, great. I know I want some mixed media put down this side using Nouveau crystal drops and a stencil. See, I have plans. Actually that will be my background. So, and then my photos that I showed you, I want to go over all the mixed media in all kinds of circles. Now in this pin, there are cutout stars and flowers, but I'm planning on punching out circles. So, phew, that's what I want to do. So let me go ahead, I'm gonna trim this out, I'm gonna punch out a bunch of circles and start with my mixed media. I'll show you that in a second. All right, my friends, so what I do know is this is approximately how I want my page to be laid out, right? Title, which I might just leave in white because I never do. This background's bold enough that it shows through it really nice, and then I can do something maybe with some thickers. I don't know. We're gonna see how that goes. And I want my photos to be kind of like this. I know you're getting a little bit of a glare, but I'm going to be moving them in a second. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this Echo Park 6x6 stencil. I don't even know what it's called. It says it includes a stencil. Good to know. Modern Dot Stencil. I'm going to take this and I'm going to, because these kind of look like the waves that we have right here. And also the background reminded me of waves. So I'm going to put it going this way because it looks like waves. And I'm going to press some of this Nouveau through so I will have some nice shiny bits. All right, I'll be right back. Well, no, I won't be right back. I will do it now. I'm just mildly terrified to hurt that much Nouveau. It's true. Let me bring this out. I've never done this, so I'm excited about it. But I'd rather use my products than not use my products. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Okay, so Nouveau is kind of protected. I know I'm gonna have it pretty much like these. So what I should do with that knowledge is, let me get a pencil, since I know I kind of want these here. Oops. Let me go ahead and draw some pencil lines. I'll probably have this matted on something else, but this will let me know that there's no point in putting a ton of it under these little spots right here. But I will know that I'll be really interested in being able to see the Nuvo drops. I mean, I'm thinking of using them as if they're kind of like texture paste, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so I kind of know where I want them to be, right? Got it, great. Now let me get my favorite palette knife, which is just this one, little cheap one. Comes in the pack that's like for $5 at Michael's. All right, so we know we want the Wanderlust about where it is. I have that there. So now I'm just going to get some of this goo, because that's the technical name for it, and start feeding it through here, and we're gonna see how it looks. Now, I'm not looking for this to be perfect, because that's kind of boring when things are perfect, but I am looking for a little bit of shine and to see kind of what happens. So I'm gonna do all this, and I will show it to you when it's dry. All right, my friends, quick check-in. This is wet, but I wanted to show you how cool it looks. I've got a little bit of shine going. It's not super, super yellow, like if I put it on as regular dots. So now you guys know I said I was gonna put my Wanderlust cut file right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, I watered down some of the same Nuvo right here. It looks kind of like gooey and creamy, and I'm gonna see about just making what I would call like water drops with it, right? Because this is kind of a water layout. Now it's not like a beachy kind of a thing. This is a girl kayaking. And her Aunt Amy, it's really cool, got a blow up kayak so that she can store it away in the wintertime. I thought it was cool. Anywho, and the Amy's lake is like 20 minutes from my house. So it's really easy. The kids can go over there and have some lake time and yeah, and be home the same day. All right, so lots and lots of slightly dimensional drops is what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and punch out the circles in different sizes and all that for the one side. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you what I thought I would do with the rest of that so that when my cut file is laying over it, it'll also have a little bit of interesting treatment beneath it. Now it's a hot mess right now. I fully recognize that. Oops, I just splattered my monitor. I probably gotta clean that. My son would kill me. Okay, now I will pop out all those circles and I'll be back when this is dry. All righty, my friends. I am loving this right now. So this is almost dry, almost dry. This is kind of dry, but we're gonna pretend we're in a better situation than what we are. Let me get that glare out. Isn't it funny how sometimes you have a massive glare and sometimes you don't? So I'm just trying to find the sweet spot. Okay, it's good-ish. Good-ish? Okay. So I need to get these attached down. I'm really digging the idea of this Wanderlust being white, and then you can see some of the clear speckly bits through it and all of that. So I'm probably, see that one's wet. Probably just going to go ahead and do a little bit of liquid adhesive on the back of this. I'll put these down, and I did go ahead and punch out lots of circles. Now I don't know if I'm going to use them all or not. I'm going to tuck them in and see how I like it. I'm going to tack them down, and then I'm going to go ahead and decide what little goodies out of my iris container I can also tuck on in. And then I also have all of these great Vicki Boutin chipboard pieces to find a home for. So let me get this stuff attached so we can get on to the fun part, which is all the decorating. All right, so I've laid out a bunch of pieces, but they're not all attached. I really liked this chipboard piece right here that reads the story of today, so I thought that was cool. And then the next thing I found were these little cloud cut files, and I thought I'd go ahead and let them be a really nice dimensional element. I also need some liquid adhesive because these cute little things are in 2 different pieces, which is so cool. So I only need a little bit, a bit. I'm thinking liquid adhesive because it's such a fine cut file. Like, how would I get it to cooperate? I just don't know. So that can be in 2 little pieces. Then let's go ahead and see if we can get this foam on correctly. And that's gonna help to keep adding to, you know, what you see right here with like the kind of jumble of things coming down, well, not down the pike, but you know, coming down that side of the page. So there we have that, and that will keep that little piece interesting. I want to make sure that there's not trapped space there. So should I put this one here? I think I should switch them. I think this one needs to go here. Alrighty, have to do a voiceover for a second here on this video because people were feeling the need to talk to me while I was creating. So I really like these sentiments here. I ended up going ahead and cutting it into 2 pieces because it was super long, but I liked the idea of how I had the chipboard piece above the title and then the 2, you know, black bars below the title, which kind of look like the 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. Okay, so I have my clouds, I've got all my circle polka dot bits, I have my sentiments down below, and now really, for the most part, this layout is done. I am, you know what I think it is? I mean, the background is just absolutely gorgeous, and my friend was nice enough to have a kayak that matched. Yeah, it's the little things. Okay, so I'm going to look through these little chipboard pieces in this Vicky Bouton collection, which are absolutely gorgeous, and pick out 3 of these little wonky arrows. I think they're really cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see if I can find some enamel dots that will work with this. Now I keep this certain set of enamel dots that I've picked up from this kit club, all on the same little mouse purse clippy thing. And you know, every single time I go to look for a few, they are there, and it works just fine. All right, that's it for this layout. I will have the links down below for the other Mini Kit Monday ladies, and we can see what they've come up with this week. I hope you like what I did. I love that the Nuvo came out so uber cool on this layout. It's giving it just a little shine and dimension on the background of this already gorgeous paper. So it's the bee's knees. All right, thanks so much for watching, friends. Bye-bye.